Hey, it's me, Jazzy's Pet. This is Jazzy's Pet's channel, and you are about to enjoy a wonderful rush game between Boss and Defy. Right now, we're looking at the scoreboard, waiting on Defy to make an appearance. Let me see, the time right now is 9 o'clock, and if you're just tuning in, you haven't missed anything. Game is starting to Philip Boss is already in, as you can see on the scoreboard, and it looks like we're starting to get some of the Defy uh, team in here. This promises to be exciting and interesting. From what I understand, Defy is a domination team, but they wanted to reach out, do a little something different, and they challenged the Boss clan to a rush battle. So you haven't missed a thing yet. We are waiting for Defy to fill in, and then we can get this party started. If you guys are just tuning in, you haven't missed anything. We are just getting started. As you can see, Boss Clan is in. We're waiting for Defy to come in, and we can get this game started. This promises to be an exciting game. Uh, Defy is a domination team, so they reached out to Boss to have a clan battle on Rush, and this should be fun. So, we are just waiting patiently. Hey, if you guys are just joining my broadcast, this is Jazzy's Pet. This is my channel. This is where you can watch Boss Clan International, have clan battles, and tonight is going to be the Boss Clan International against Defy. Excuse me. Right now, the time here is 4 minutes after 9 Eastern Standard Time. And you haven't missed anything. As you can see from the scoreboard, Defy's team is starting to come in and fill the scoreboard, fill up their teams and everything. Everybody's getting into their respective squads, and this should be a really good game, a really good match. Defy is a domination team, and they reached out to Boss to venture out and do a little rush. So this should be a really good, interesting game. We're just waiting on the rest of Defy to get in, and then we can get this party started. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Hey, if you're just joining this channel, this is Jazzy's Pet. Thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for joining this broadcast. We are going to be watching Boss Clan International versus DEFY. They're a domination clan, but they challenged the Boss Clan to a round in Rush. And so this promises to be really a really good game. I don't. Let me get my. Okay, so I don't have anybody on the field yet. It looks like they're still getting set up on the scoreboard here. We got 12 of the DEFY and 11 of Boss. Okay, so it looks like the game is restarting. Yeah, it looks like the game is restarting. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the game is restarting because everybody was getting in place, getting their squads together and everything. So let's get ready to get in here and see what's going on, see what's happening. Unranked game, private match. This is not going to be a game where uh, it depends on how many um, objectives that you get. If you are attacking, the attacking team has to get all of the objectives. They have to set all of them and blow up all of the objectives all the way to the end in order to win a game. The defending team has to stop the attacking team from doing so. And that is how the game of Rush is played. It's not played based on how many objectives you are able to successfully set. It's getting from the beginning to the end of the game. Trying to get my paperwork here. Okay. Okay. So I'm looking at the scoreboard. I see DEFY on one side, and I don't see any of the Boss team on the other side. So it looks like they're getting off of the server to get back on to get I think that last game to restart. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to restart the previous game because the time ran out, and so they weren't able to play that first game like they wanted to. So the first game is St. Quentin Scar, and there's a time limit when the game starts and things of that nature. And so with both clans getting set up, the game kind of ran its time, kind of ran the limit or whatever. This game is going to have aim assist auto rotation off. That was a request by the DEFY team, and as you can see here on the screen, aim assist auto rotation is going to be off. And we're going to go back and look at the scoreboard. And so both teams should start filling in soon enough so that these games can begin. I know they wanted to try to get St. Quentin's Scar, the map, ready. So if you just joined in, you can see right now not too much happening. It's a little after 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and just kind of waiting for this to kick off. This is supposed to be really exciting. DEFY is a domination game, domination players, but they did approach Boss to play Rush, and this should be really, 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 really interesting once everybody gets in and gets the server populated. So you haven't missed anything yet. Well, you haven't missed anything at all, actually. So, yeah. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm going to open this window because it's a little stuffy in my room. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what's going on with the scoreboard here. Okay, so again, looks like the teams are getting their players back onto the playing field. Again, because they wanted this St. Quentin Scar map to start so that both teams can play attacking and defending. And if you're just joining in, this is jazzyspet, and this game hasn't started yet. So you're in here and you're getting started on the ground floor of what should be a really, really good and exciting game between Boss Clan International and the DEFY team. Okay, we got 12 on 12. 12 on 12. Let's get in here and see what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna let me see what's going on. Scoreboard. Okay, so I'm trying to see what's going on here. I want to be ready when when the guys get in here and start this game up. I want to make sure you don't miss a thing. I want to make sure you see everything that's going on. So this should be a really good game. Everybody's in. Boss, Defy, 12 on 12. Auto, excuse me, auto assist, auto rotation is off. And okay, good. I didn't want us to miss a thing. Okay. All right. So here we go. We got Boss Steve 081372 inside the tank. Looks like Boss is attacking. Yes, I like to tease and say that this is Steve's personal tank. Don't underestimate the size of the tank because it's awfully powerful. And get up a little higher here so you guys can get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Alright, so Defy is defending, and it looks like the Boss Clan is attacking. Why am I having problems? Oh, I hate this. Okay, good. Here we go. Alright, so right now we're looking at General Cracker. We were just checking out Steve 081372, and now we're also checking out Big Bone. We can see that he's getting some kills in, and we're looking in from the attacker's view. This is where the attackers are. This is them coming in, and it looks like they already have Alpha set. They got down in these trenches, and it looks like they already have Alpha set. I can see Defy over here, a Defy member, moving in on the left side, trying to get some kills, trying to take that tank down, get that tank out of the way. And Defy was moving in and trying to disarm Alpha, and that's a good push. Defy is getting in here to disarm Alpha. Well done. Well, good move in these trenches. You gotta be on your toes at all times when you're playing Rush. So Defy, looks like Grunts went in and disarmed the Alpha objective, and so now Defy is sitting close to the Alpha objective. So it looks like Boss came in and set the Bravo objective, so they moved around. and they did a little flanking thing here, and they got in and they set the Alpha Bravo objective, but they still got to come back and get this Alpha objective. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. I hear myself. I'm not on mute. Okay. Let me move the mic away from my mouth a little bit. All right. So DEFY is holding on to this Alpha objective quite well, actually. I mean, they are really, really covering Alpha really, really well. Take a look at this battlefield. And you don't see that many, we're not seeing that much of Boss over here on the left side. It looks like they're a little spread out, and it looks like DEFY is taking their defense and pushing it not just where Alpha is, but bringing it out a little bit more so that they can catch the attackers as they come out almost from their spawn. I mean, as you can see right here, we got DEFY pushed up pretty much almost into the attackers the attackers spawn area, and somebody eased in here. One of the boss members eased in and set the Alpha objective, and they got some fire on this objective, and DEFY moved back in and they have disarmed the Alpha objective. And let me get a view from, I'm gonna have to slow this camera down a little bit, guys. It's moving a little fast for me, but this is what the map looks like. As you can see, DEFY is closely holding on to the Alpha objective, using the telegraph to drop mortars on the boss clan. Steve is moving in with the tank to try to give Norwal and Spectacular some cover as they go in and set this Alpha objective. DEFY is moving in and trying to make sure that it doesn't get set, but Norwal has set the Alpha objective. Now I can see Savage, Fugitive, and Fatality move in, and it looks like they're gonna shoot up most of the boss members that are right here in Alpha, but Norwal is really trying to hold on as best as he can along with Spectacular, and now he has some reinforcements. You can see that Boss dipping on Grizz, Admiral Adderall, Spectacular, Norwal, they are moving in, or have moved in, and gotten closer to the Alpha objective. DEFY was getting into the trenches and trying to hold on to the Alpha objective, and actually they held on to the Alpha telegraph for quite a while. They got the ticks down to 36, and that's very, very impressive. DEFY definitely have Boss on their toes, that's for sure. Let's see what's going on. And mortars dropping on the attacking team, and you can see right now DEFY is moving in to set up a strategic defense to cover the Alpha and the Bravo objective, and they have moved in with their own tank. They got a tank with Mr. Salvacito from the DEFY team on the Bravo telegraph. And let me take it up a little higher so we can see exactly where Boss is moving in. Okay, so it looks like Boss is taking a flanking maneuver over to the left side. You can see DEFY taking shots at the tank that Steve is in. Let's look at DEFY Savage Fugitive. He's over down in the trenches, so he can keep an eye on what's going on.
Enemy coordinates
Move in. Infernal Ravager was just taken down. And we're looking at the Wiz moving in on the trenches. It looks like he's trying to move up towards the Alpha objective. You can see that this bunker here is heavily fortified with the defenders of DEFY. Here's John Deere Doe moving in, working in with Spectacular, moving in on that windmill there, trying to get in on this objective. And then there's the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, he took a few shots and now he's down. Okay, and so we're looking at Tommy Tarn, and it looks like he's inside. Okay, so yeah, he's inside the rocket launcher here, and he's trying to take out their tank, and he's getting some good hits on the tank. So Steve is still in his tank, and it looks like he's also getting some hits on the tank, but he's moving in to try to cover the Alpha objective. He's taking some serious hits on that tank. And so this is General Cracker. Looks like he's getting some sniping in so we can snipe off anybody that might move in and try to get in on that alpha objective. And here we go with Big Bone. He's moving in and keep an eye on the alpha objective so that DEFY doesn't come in and get the objective disarmed, get the telegraph disarmed. DEFY is holding on, definitely keeping the Boss Clan back. I mean, they got them kind of surrounded at this alpha objective and keeping them pretty much away from the Bravo objective. So it looks like Boss focused on the alpha objective. They took all of their resources and focused on the alpha telegraph. So I'm looking at different grids. Norwal just took a shot here on the left, and General Cracker is down on the left side. It looks like DEFY might have moved around a little bit here and did some flanking up and behind the Boss Clan, the attacking clan. And we got Grunts that's getting in the Jeep. It looks like it was left by the attacking clan. At least I hope it wasn't, but it looks like it was. Alright, giving you a little bird's eye view here between these little dry trees. Boss moving in. Back here, let me see, here's the Bravo objective. Boss is trying to move in and get into that Bravo telegraph so they can get it set. But DEFY is definitely fortified that Bravo objective. They took that Jeep and they set it up over here at the Bravo telegraph, and then they went back and got a tank so that they can keep a very close eye on the Bravo telegraph, trying to make sure that the Boss Clan doesn't get in at all anywhere near the Bravo objective. They got Boss down to 46 tickets. Right now we're looking at Blaze at the stay high. Looks like he's running to the left, to the right, trying to find a good place to sit up and try to get some shots in and get rid of some of the DEFY clan members so he can get in and get to the Bravo objective. Stud Tackler is still working on that rocket launcher to try to get rid of that tank that DEFY has up and up. Looks like Norwal's got a little fire on his butt here. He's running, trying to get it put out. And you can see that Boss is still pushed back a little bit from the Bravo telegraph, and they are trying to get moved in. They're down to 37 tickets. 37 tickets, it could definitely be done. The team can move in and try to get this Bravo objective. You got to admire the fact that DEFY is using this tank effectively to make sure that Boss doesn't move in and get to the Bravo telegraph. But then you got Steve that was in his personal tank getting really good shots in on the bigger tank, but the bigger tank prevailed and did manage to take out Steve's tank. And take a look here on the battlefield. We see Spectacular, Admiral Adderall, John Deere, really trying to fight for position to get to that Bravo telegraph. DEFY is taking a strong stand here and defending the Bravo objective quite effectively. I'm going to pull out a little bit because I'm trying to see where are the attackers right now. I'm looking at Tommy Tarn. I can see Admiral Adderall, Blaze to stay high, dipping on grids. They are, as you can see, the Boss Clan is definitely having a time here trying to get anywhere near that Bravo telegraph. If I bring it up and give you a little bird's eye view, you see really good coverage by the DEFY team. They're moving in the DEFY team and pushing back. I mean, really pushing back on the Boss Clan, and the Boss Clan seems to be pushed back pretty much to their spawn. That's what I can see right now. Is the Boss Clan being pushed back pretty far. Let me take a look here. Definitely. Because as you can see, so here is the Bravo telegraph. All right, so this is the view with the Bravo telegraph, and you can see that DEFY is defending the Bravo telegraph up close and at a distance. I mean, here we are right here. We got Grunts. This is boldly pushing up and we can see that the Boss Clan is struggling and losing tickets left and right. It is really important to have a medic to try to keep the people up, and DEFY just used that telegraph to drop some serious mortars back here on the Boss Clan. 4 tickets left. Can it be done? Yes. It's going to be a little hard. Someone's going to have to take that big push, and DEFY has garnered themselves a win on the defense of San Quentin Scar. Congratulations to DEFY. The Boss Clan did move in pretty good and get 3 of those objectives destroyed, but they were just not successful in getting in and getting that 4th objective to move on to the end. I'm going to take a brief break, and I'll be right back. All right, hey, this is jazzyspet. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and if you are just joining in, you just missed that first round of St. Quentin Scar, where the score right now is Boss 0, they were attacking, and DEFY 1, they were defending, and it was a really good battle. And now we are in for another good battle where Boss is going to be defending and DEFY is going to be attacking. So let's get this camera up in the air and see what's going on. Alright, so right now this is Boss's John Deere Doe getting in place, and let me see what we're looking at right here. So this is the map Amiens. So right now we can see where John Deere is getting ready to send in. John Deere is sending coordinates for the army barrage, artillery barrage. I get a little tongue-tied. Let me get this up here in the air so we can see who's who and where's where. All right, let me go back to. Okay, so this is the Kool-Aid Man. So the Kool-Aid Man is over here at the Bravo Telegraph. Looks like he's going to try to get in there and make sure that DEFY does not get Bravo set, but DEFY does have the Bravo and the Alpha objective set. Let me get this free cam up in the air and see exactly what's going on. So as we can see right here, the Alpha objective is set, and yeah, the Bravo objective is set. And I hope I got it right, but yes, I do have it right. DEFY is attacking, and they have both objectives set. They are currently holding on to both objectives. That's very impressive. And I don't know if I mentioned to you earlier, DEFY is a domination team, but they did approach Boss about stepping out and doing this rush clan battle, and they are moving in quite effectively. And they got in and they set both objectives, and they set them quickly and got the first set of objectives. Very impressive. Right here we're looking at Savage Fugitive, who was waiting on a tank ride here, as you can see. He's just jumping on the tank trying to get on.
New objectives.
Expert Conqueror. Okay, so we see the DEFY clan is starting to move up so they can take their position. They have their tank up and running, and we got a few folks sitting on top of the tank. This is DEFY, and then we're looking at Boss's Blaze It to Stay High, which is right here where I want to be. I want to be right here. So bear with me while I'm moving through these little corridors here so you guys can see what I see. All right. It's always a little hard to maneuver around these buildings, but how about we take a look-see right about here, and you can see that the Boss Clan is getting in position. Looks like they're gonna make Bravo telegraph their hold. I can see Admiral Adderall standing over here at the Bravo objective, and the Kool-Aid Man. But right now, DEFY has gotten the fire going here. And there's a word for it. But he's toting the fire. I'm gonna go ahead down here, guys, and get to a person so that we can possibly see what's going on from the person's view. Okay, so Blaze at the Stay High is down, and we just lost the Tacular. There you go, third person view. Okay, so we're looking at Norwal, and we just lost him. So let me get to dipping on Grizz here. Take a look to see what's going on. So DEFY has the Bravo and the Alpha objective set. So it looks like dipping on Grizz is going to move in and try to disarm Bravo. And he did. No, he didn't. Admiral Adderall actually disarmed the Bravo objective. Okay. But at the Alpha objective, which is right here around this corner, you can see that the DEFY team is holding on to this objective. They got a good presence there. There's an artillery strike that was brought on by the Bravo telegraph. The Alpha telegraph is down, and we can see that DEFY is starting to move in. And I'm gonna get us to a DEFY member. Okay, so DEFY it just effortlessly rolled in right to the Bravo objective and has gotten that telegraph set. And there's quite a few other DEFY members right here watching the Bravo telegraph and keeping a really good eye on Bravo. Bravo is set. As you can see, Bravo is set. Expert Conqueror running around, keeping an eye on the objective. And the Inferno Ravager holding on to the tank quite well, trying to make sure that he gets some shots in so that no one gets into that Bravo objective. As you can see, John Deere is taking a move around to the back to try to get to that Bravo objective, but he wasn't successful, and that objective did get this objective. The second objective has been taken. Alright, so now let's see if I can move up. Yes, we got all this smoke going on because the buildings are on fire. I love this game because the buildings do fall apart. I think that's awesome, but I love explosives. Okay, so DEFY starting to move in right now to the what looks like the Bravo objective, and then we have the Boss Clan that looks like they are kind of moving in and moving up over to the Bravo Alpha objective. And both objectives are pretty close by. Here's the Alpha objective right here. Bravo's on the other side. I see the Boss Clan has taken a stance back here, trying to move in and keep an eye on what looks like Bravo. But as you can see right now, Alpha is set, and we got some DEFY members moving in to get the Bravo objective. So it looks like Boss may have taken the opportunity to just hold on to Bravo because there's no presence here, as you can see from the Boss Clan at all. And DEFY set the Alpha telegraph and just kept it moving. I can see General Cracker looks like he's going to try to step in there and disarm the objective, but there are a lot of DEFY members right here that is holding on to the Alpha objective, and they held on to it quite well. So now let's see what's going to happen here with this Bravo objective. You guys forgive me because I kind of hate these little buildings here. Alright, so I'm going to sit this camera right here, guys, so we can see exactly what's going on. Let me take it down. Oh, I'm stuck on the roof. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Alright, this tank has been moving up and moving up quite well. As you can see, the internal Ravager holding on to this tank and doing a really good job, as there's very little resistance from the Boss Clan International to take this tank down. I spoke too quickly. The tank has been taken down. However, the Bravo telegraph has been set by DEFY, and you can see that we have several DEFY members right here on top of the objective, keeping it set, and also looks like keeping the boss members way back here away from the Bravo telegraph. I mean, quite a bit distance, because there's the Bravo objective and here's the defending team right back here, actually where the old Alpha was, or it looks like, which doesn't do him any good to be right there right now. And this tank is down. Okay, and so let's move in. This is the regular artillery that drops at the end of the objectives being taken. And right now, you can see that DEFY is getting ready to make moves. Take you over here, and let's see what the setup is for Alpha. Right now I see one boss, and that is Big Bone, keeping a strong eye right here on the Alpha objective. And let's see if I can move in and tell you what's going on. This is the Bravo objective, and right now I see the Kool-Aid Man, and it looks like Blaze It to Stay High is working with dipping on Grizz to hold on to this objective. But check this out, DEFY moving in and moving in with a vengeance. And they walk right into the Bravo objective, and the telegraph was set, and it looks like they're going to get it set again. There's quite a few DEFY members in this room. Move in. Okay, so, and we also have quite a few boss members upstairs. Looks like they're looking down on the objective, trying to make sure that Bravo's telegraph does not get set. And then Alpha over here had one member, Big Bone, watching it, and it looks like he got a little overwhelmed, and DEFY managed to get the Alpha objective. The Alpha telegraph is set. I can see General Cracker right now, and he is disarming the Alpha telegraph. Alright, and let's move back over here to the Bravo telegraph. Just right in this little corner here. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of activity going on. And let me get you to a player. Looking at Savage Fugitive right now. Am I looking at Savage Fugitive? Or was I looking at him? Get myself together, guys. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give you some action. It's Blaze It to Stay High, trying to keep an eye on Alpha and Bravo. Looks like he's doing double duty. But as you can see, Butter has been set. Blaze It to Stay High is going to move in and try to get that Bravo objective. Dipping on Grizz was at the top of the stairs here, keep an eye on the Bravo objective, trying to get the DEFY team so they can get downstairs and try to disarm it. But as you can see, it hasn't been an easy task to get in here and disarm this objective. But it looks, no, it's not happening, because we got DEFY right here, keeping a close eye up underneath the stairs. And we get up some. Guys, it's a little hard to maneuver around these buildings, but I'm trying to give you the best view I can. So I'm gonna raise us up. We might just have to take a bird's eye view. Get this camera down here. So we can see what's going on. Okay. Here it is. Kool-Aid Man, General Cracker, Big Bone, and quite a few members from the Boss Clan on the Alpha objective. And with 37 tickets, they're trying to garner a win by holding on to this Alpha telegraph. But as you can see, DEFY is moving in and moving in as a group. They took out all the boss members that were right here on this Alpha telegraph, and DEFY is currently setting the Alpha telegraph, as you can see. This is Jazzy's Pet, Jazzy's channel. I want to thank you for tuning in. And if you are just tuning in, you are watching a very, very good match here between DEFY and the Boss International clan. There are usually no regulations requested from either clan on the server, but in this case, DEFY has requested that the auto aim be taken off of the server, and so it is. So there's no auto aim, no auto rotation. The objectives have been successfully taken, and so Alpha is gone and the Bravo is gone. And I'm gonna get your bird's eye view here, and we're looking at the destruction that the artillery makes at the end of the round. And we see the DEFY members here getting ready to push up, and as you can see, DEFY Grunts is moving in, and Big C 213 is moved in, and they were getting in and trying to get to this Alpha objective, and it looks like they got to the Alpha objective, and we can see DEFY Internal Ravager, who held onto that tank for quite a bit, getting in here and popping up some members of the Boss Clan to get to the Bravo objective. Okay, so we got Boss the Tackler wielding that fire around and setting the place on fire, trying to make sure that DEFY doesn't get in. There we go. Let's get this third person going. Let me see if I can't get us outside through one of these windows or doors. As you can see, the Alpha Telegraph has been taken by the DEFY clan, so the activity right now is going to be centered around this Bravo Telegraph. There are a lot of members of Boss in here watching this telegraph. You got John Deere, Kool-Aid Man, Dipping on Grizz. For the most part, most of the Boss clan is right here inside of Bravo, so that they can keep an eye on this telegraph. Let's see what DEFY is doing. DEFY is on the outside trying to get in onto the inside. But as you can see, you got red just about everywhere. You got Boss on the outside, Boss on the inside, trying to make sure that DEFY does not get in here and set this objective. Now we got some DEFY members right in here right now at the Bravo Telegraph. I'm gonna scoot us up a little bit. And Stud Tackler is still setting everything on fire, trying to make sure DEFY doesn't set this objective. But from what I can see, there are 5 or 6 DEFY team members right here on Bravo. So they don't just set the objective, then they go back outside to make sure that Boss doesn't get inside. So they're defending the Bravo Telegraph from the outside and the inside to make sure that the Boss International clan doesn't get in to disarm this objective. And from what we can see, look in there, you see DEFY around the objective, and a Boss member was able to get in there and disarm that telegraph, but DEFY got right back in, and they are arming it, or it is armed. And then they moved out and started to move the Boss clan out and away from the objective, far, far away from the objective. So this is our bird's eye view of what's going on. If you are just joining in, you are watching a very exciting match here between DEFY and the Boss Clan International. This Bravo Telegraph is set, and it doesn't look like Boss is going to get in there in time to disarm this telegraph. That is the second win for DEFY on the Amiens map here. So let me see, we got DEFY. They got a defensive win at St. Quentin, and offensive win here at Amiens. 2 wins for DEFY, and we're waiting on Boss to get in there and get their first win. This is an exciting game, a lot of activity, a lot of movement. You haven't missed a thing. I'm going to take a brief break, get some water, and I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. This is Jazzy's Pet. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and thank you for being here to watch this exciting game between DEFY and the Boss Clan International. So far, you missed the first two rounds. They were exciting, they were fast paced, they were moving well. The score is DEFY 2 wins, and we're waiting on Boss to get in there and try to get something moving and shaking, y'all. Right now, this map is Amiens, and we are watching Kool-Aid move in because they are now the attackers. They defended, and now they are the attackers. I think I got the right map here. I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, so this is let me get you a third-person view because I like for you guys to see a third-person view, and then I'm gonna take it up so you guys can see what's going on. All right, so here is DEFY, and they have moved out, pushed themselves out and away from the objective. As you can see, here's Alpha, here's Bravo. There's a few members back here, a few members of the DEFY clan back at the Bravo telegraphs, and DEFY has moved up quite a bit away from the Alpha telegraph to basically just meet the enemy, to meet Boss, and start taking out those tickets, so that it would be a little harder for Boss to get to that Alpha or even that Bravo telegraph. I can see Kool-Aid Man right here trying to get a little flank going. It looks like Steve is in his personal tank and moving in, trying to cover Dipping on Grizz as he sets this Alpha objective. And he was just taken out by one of the DEFY members, and you can see that DEFY is moving in to disarm the Alpha telegraph. Steve is here with the tank. Steve was here with the tank, and the Alpha telegraph has been disarmed. The Alpha telegraph has been disarmed. Now, if we take a look, a bird's eye look, you see the blue are the attackers. But you see that the red are the defenders, and DEFY is pushed out. They got a good little line right here going, and they are pushed out away from the Alpha objective, so that you'd have to get through that line to get over to the Alpha telegraph. And there's no need to even speak on the Bravo telegraph, because there's not a whole lot of flanking getting around to the Bravo telegraph right now. Okay, so let's get back here, and I'm seeing very little blue right now, very few of the attackers, again, because DEFY does have a strong line right here, right in front of that Alpha telegraph. Let me pull back a little bit more. It doesn't let me pull back. Scoreboard, I'm sorry, let me go to the score. Well, we do still have Boss members in. Okay, I just want to check, guys, and make sure that the Boss members are in, and maybe it's me. I might be looking at the wrong thing, so guess what? Let me get to a Boss member. Okay, so we got Stud Tackler. I see what they did. Okay, so we got Stud Tackler that's moved in around to the Bravo objective, which is very smart, and it looks like he's getting some sniping, so that means he's dropping some flares to give Boss an opportunity to see where the attackers are. And so, as it stands, this is Bravo, and we did have some flankers right here on this left side. Okay, so here it is. We got the tank that's moving in, and I see Steve moving in, trying to get him in over here on this Bravo telegraph, and it's him and the tank, and he's taking a beating over here. Guys, you gotta defend your tank. So here we go. Okay, so we got Boss moving in again. It looks like they're trying to get this flank going right here on the left side so that they can get in on this Alpha side. Now, there are 28 tickets left, Uh, we can see right now that the expert conqueror is using that telegraph to send in some artillery on the boss team so that the boss team can't get moved in. We got the Infernal Rager that's covering the Infernal Ravager and DEFY Fatality. And Boss Kool-Aid Man still moving in. Looks like he's making a mad rush over here to flank around on the Alpha side, and it looks like he's getting over to the Alpha Telegraph, and he is setting it. He is setting the Boss is setting the Alpha Telegraph. 18 tickets left. Boss Kool-Aid Man got it set. Let me see what's going on. And there's not much protection there for that Alpha Telegraph that was set. Trying to get to my free cam. So Kool-Aid Man did manage to get it set, but he didn't have, he didn't have a lot of backing right there to kind of, keep the attacking team, the defending team from disarming the Telegraph. And so the Telegraph was disarmed. There are 8 tickets left, and I can see Boss is amassing right here on the right side, so that maybe they can get in and get to that Bravo objective. But whatever it is that they do, they need to go ahead and make some really quick moves here, because they're losing numbers here like a little kid loses teeth. And it's been a really good defense by the DEFY team. I mean, a really good defense. They had a really strong lineup, and with 3 tickets and the tank moving in, and this 1 ticket left, it looks like they're not going to get in there and get either of the objectives set. Again, DEFY had a strong lineup, impenetrable, and Boss did flank to the left, the right. They made some moves, but they just couldn't get in there and get that get those objectives set and stay set. This is the 3rd win for DEFY on the defensive for Amiens. I'm going to take a brief break, and I will be right back. Hey, it is me, jazzyspet. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and for subscribing to me. I really appreciate it. If you are just joining in, you have missed the first 3 rounds of a really exciting battle between the Boss Clan International and DEFY. The score right now is DEFY 3, and we need Boss to get in here and get a win going. So we are now, watching Boss, and they will be defending. And this is Argonne. Let me see. I tend to say it wrong. Argonne Forest. Let me get up in the air so you guys can see what I see. And right now, as we can see, DEFY has moved in and set that Bravo Telegraph. But it is possible that Alpha is going to be the hold for the Boss Clan, and maybe they've decided that this is what they're going to do. They're going to go ahead and hold on to Alpha. Boss DEFY has already set the Bravo Telegraph, and Admiral Adderall is right here getting ready to disarm the Telegraph. No, he didn't get it disarmed. It looks like he was going to get it disarmed, but he was not successful. So let's see what's going on over here at the Alpha objective. And the Alpha objective is set. And as you can see, the DEFY team is not just defending the Alpha objective, but pushed out. I mean, pushed out and trying to keep Boss away from the Alpha objective. That was a pretty quick first round for 75 tickets. 68 tickets left. That means that 7 tickets were taken in total. So that was a pretty good, pretty quick push here. So let's take a look here. We got the Savage Fugitive. Now these guys are ready. I mean, they're right here at the ready and ready to make moves, as you can see. DEFY is not letting any moss grow under their feet. They are ready to get to that next objective, regardless of that end of round artillery that comes down. They're ready. They're moving in. They're right here. They're inside this bunker, and they were ready to just get started moving in. So we're looking at Blaze it to stay high. And it looks like Boss may have decided to hold on to the Bravo objective. So let's take a look up and see what's going on in these woods right here. So we see a lot of Boss right here at the Bravo objective. So it looks like Boss is going to hold on to the Bravo objective. They're just going to go ahead and let Alpha go, and that's okay. Sometimes you just got to take a stand. But as you can see, DEFY is moving in, has moved in, wiped out the Boss clan from the Bravo telegraph, and DEFY has currently set the Bravo telegraph. Looks like DEFY is moving as a cohesive unit, and they're right here. They're right here on top of the objective, and every single one of them seems to be working together and moving in together. And again, like I said before, you see that they set these objectives and then they push out. They push out and away from the objective to make sure that the defending team does not get back in. And you can see right here where the defending team is quite a distance from the objective. 65 tickets, 10 tickets taken in total. Alpha and Bravo, both of those objectives are gone. Alright, so let's get again, here you go. Inferno Ravager ready to make moves, waiting for those artillery drops to stop so that they can go in and get to the next objective quickly. We're checking out Stud-tacular right now. I'm gonna get this free cam up. It looks like he's keeping an eye on Alpha, on the Alpha telegraph, and it looks like Boss is hovered around the Bravo telegraph. So it looks like Boss is hovered around the Bravo telegraph and also keep an eye on the Alpha telegraph. Now, in this case, the way DEFY is moving so quickly, it might be in Boss's, best interest to really just kind of hover around one telegraph. Just take a stand around one telegraph. But, everybody has their own defensive strategy. We're looking at Savage Fugitive, who looks like he's gonna make a move here. Looks like he's charging with bayonet, ready to make a move here on the Bravo telegraph. And he's flanking around. So let's take a look on how this flank is going. Okay, so I see. So we can see that DEFY is effectively using that fire and just burned out any of the Boss members that were right here on this Bravo telegraph, and the Bravo telegraph has been set by the DEFY clan. So again, okay, it looks like Boss dropped some mortar over here on the Bravo telegraph, and did take out a few members of the DEFY clan. And as you can see, Norwal was moving in, Stud-tacular was moving in to disarm the Bravo telegraph. But that telegraph is going to blow. There are a lot of DEFY team members right here around the telegraph. So again, it would be in Boss's best interest to get to the Alpha telegraph, but I'm right here, I'm looking at this telegraph, and it's unprotected. I don't really know what the plan is. I can see, okay, so I can see Leon Cloud here, but he's not in a view where he can see the telegraph. And DEFY has set the telegraph unchallenged, just completely unchallenged. Not really sure what what the strategic plan is of the Boss Clan. Again, I'm just watching the game and bringing it to you guys, and we're seeing what's happening here. The DEFY team, if I haven't mentioned before, they are a domination team, and they challenge Boss to a rush battle, and they are doing a really good job of moving in, getting these objectives, spreading out, making sure that Boss does not move in back to these objectives. And let me get you a view of their Savage, Expert Conqueror. We got the Infernal Ravager, Fatality, and I'm taking a look now at the Boss Clan. Blaze at the Stay High is moving in on what looks like the Alpha Telegraph, and Studtacular is right here moving in on the Alpha Telegraph. Okay, so it looks like we got some heavy presence by Boss on the I thought it was the Alpha Telegraph, but it looks like the Bravo Telegraph. My apology, guys, I didn't mean to give you false information, but they are closest to the Bravo Telegraph. The Bravo Telegraph is inside, and as long as Boss can hold on to these telegraphs, they can get a win. Their Boss really needs a win right here, right now. DEFY has already won 3 games, and this has left a very tight game for Boss. Boss really needs to get in here and get this win. And right now, as you can see, like I said, DEFY moves in, and they watch the telegraph, but they also move out to make sure that no one gets anywhere near the telegraphs that they set, nowhere near them. I'm going to move over here to the Alpha Telegraph, where DEFY is moving in. Good flank going on. DEFY is coming in, marched in, and get ready to set what looks like the Bravo Telegraph, but Admiral Adderall is inside this bunker, and he was holding on to it. He was looked like he was alone, and as you can see, the Boss Clan did manage to get over here and disarm this Alpha Telegraph. I'm sorry that I didn't get that for you guys. I was over watching the Bravo Telegraph. I had kind of written off Alpha. My apologies. So we're looking at Norwal and Studtacular trying to get in here and disarm this objective, and they did. Boss did disarm the Bravo Telegraph, and they're trying to hold on to the Bravo Telegraph. Boss needs this win. They need a win. They need the next 3 wins to just make the game a draw. They can't afford to allow DEFY to get another win, because then that's, that makes it where DEFY would have won the entire battle here. Boss needs to really hold on to this Bravo objective. I see where Alpha is gone. And look at this. Look at DEFY just moving into this bunker here, and overwhelming Boss, and the Bravo objective is set. Okay, let me get you a view here. We got the Expert Conqueror. And you can see where they're not just watching the Bravo objective, but they're watching the areas around the Bravo objective. Raise up here, give you a bird's eye view. This is the DEFY clan. They're watching this. The DEFY team is watching this objective, and then there are members that are pushing Boss back, making sure that they don't get anywhere near the Bravo objective. There will be no accidental disarming of the telegraph. Both Bravo and Alpha are gone. So here we are, right here at the new objectives, and so we need Boss to get in here and get set up. Now maybe Bravo would be the best hold for them. Wakey Splablinka Gaming, how are you? I'm wide awake. I'm glad you guys joined. This is Jazzy's Pet. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. This has been a very exciting game. really, really good movement, a lot of activity, and it's just been a very exciting game. So, let's see what we're looking at here. Let me get you a free cam bird's eyes view. All right, so right now Bravo and Alpha are the telegraphs still are not set yet, but we can see that DEFY is moving in on the Alpha telegraph, and if I'm right, Boss has moved in and taken a firm stance downstairs in the Boss telegraph. I'm sorry, in the Bravo telegraph, downstairs underneath the bunker. So there's a few boss members out here, Tommy Tarn, and I can see John Deere Doe, and those are the few boss members that were outside. And so let's see if we can get inside of this bunker here. Okay, so we're inside the bunker right now. We're watching Blazer to stay high. Okay, I'm gonna let this camera kind of roam free underground, and as you can see, Boss has 57 tickets that they need to hold off. This is risky, you know, being right down here, but it also may be their very best opportunity to hold on to this objective right here, because they need a win. Boss needs to have this win, the next one, and the last one. They need these last 3 wins here. So you can see where they're really holding on to this objective. They are in here, dug in deep like Alabama ticks. Blazer to stay high is just sent enemy coordinates from that telegraph to drop some artillery outside. Okay, and the attacker is upstairs. Looks like he's trying to hold off as many of the DEFY members from upstairs, getting a little sniping done.
Enemy medic sighted.
Let's get back downstairs. We got Norwal downstairs holding on, dipping on Grizz. Down here holding on, trying to make sure no one gets in from the DEFY team to get this Bravo objective set. 20 tickets gone from 57 down to 37. Constantly sending in those barrage. John Doe Deere's downstairs, keeping an eye on what's going on. Get a third. There we go. We want to see it from third player view. Okay, so if you guys are just joining in, you have joined into a really exciting game between the Boss Clan International and the DEFY team, and it has been a very exciting clan battle. The score is DEFY has 3 wins, and Boss is looking to garner its first win right here on holding on to this bunker. There I am. Okay, up. I'm downstairs in the bunker, and so is DEFY. It looks like DEFY made some moves, got in, threw some smoke in, and as you can see, there's nothing but DEFY members down here taking the objective, and they are about to get this win, unless we can, you know, get some boss members down here. And I'm just, you know, looking from Expert Conqueror's view. It doesn't look like Boss is gonna get back in here. 29 tickets left, 30 tickets. They're reviving their people, DEFY, and DEFY has just won their 4th game. Congratulations to DEFY on attacking on Argonne Forest. I'll be right back. Hey, this is Jazzy's Pet. Check out that scoreboard. Look at those numbers. Uh, the next round starts in 14 seconds. This is Jazzy's Pet. Thank you for joining my broadcast and for subscribing to my uh, to my uh, to my page. This is where you will find Boss's clan battles, because this is what I shoutcast for you guys every time they have a clan battle. If you're joining in just now, you have just missed an exciting game, an exciting battle between Boss and DEFY. DEFY has 4 games under their belt, and let me check the scoreboard. And it looks like a lot of the bosses left, which technically the clan battle is technically over, because Boss has not garnered a win, and DEFY won 4 games. That would be 4 games out of 6. So let's see what happens. Because like I said, I'm seeing that there's only 6 team members left on the Boss's side, and we could pretty much call this a wrap. I really appreciate you guys tuning into my broadcast. This was a wonderful battle. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of activity. And if you missed it, it's going to be on my YouTube channel. Subscribe so you can check it out later. Everybody enjoy a wonderful weekend.